164 plus characters just on the base roster, I'm guessing, for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and it could look a little bit something like this. So the first thing Rodrigo is going to say in his tweet is that he put together a list that he wishes for the game's cast, focusing initially on characters from Z and Super as seen in the trailers, which makes sense. Now he also goes on to say, and I can agree with this, that he imagines that new characters will come through DLC, such as those from GT, movies, specials, probably Daima even, and etc. So will Daima even be base roster? I don't know. That one's kind of up in the air depending on when the game comes out, I guess. I feel like GT and movie stuff, that's probably our best bet for DLC, but Daima, I'm not really sure. Do you guys think that that'll be base roster stuff? Let me know down below in the comments. But before we hop into Rodrigo's and I guess our own little character prediction for the roster, over 80% of you guys watching right now aren't subscribed to the channel. We are trying to get to 1 million before the end of 2024, guys. So help your boy out, subscribe to the channel, and let's hop right in. Okay, so this is Rodrigo's character roster prediction for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. We're gonna start from the top left. We're gonna be starting with Dragon Ball Super characters, namely being Zamasu, Goku Black. We got Yamcha. Oh, he added Nail. Oh, I like how you think. I like how you think, Rodrigo. He added my boy Nail. And we got Tien and Chaozu, of course. We have Fuse Zamasu, Rose Goku Black. I've seen a lot of people talking about why are character slots, being taken up by transformations. I think a pretty good answer to that, guys, is that when characters transform, they get like entirely different movesets. A good example of that would be like Great Ape, or probably Super Saiyan God would be a better example because Great Ape's like a damn near totally different character. But Super Saiyan God, Goku, and Vegeta had entirely different movesets from their past Super Saiyan forms. So if it goes down like that in Sparking Zero, that probably is why. So now, next we have Goten and Super Saiyan Goten, Kid Trunks and Super Saiyan Trunks, Full Power Frieza, and we're going to get to that right side of the roster in a minute with all the Friezas, and it looks like a lot of the villains are over there. So now we have Merge Zamasu under here. He's going to complete the Zamasu trio right here. Then we have Krillin, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, regular Gotenks, and Super Saiyan Gotenks. Now we have, I'm assuming this is early Piccolo. This has to be early because I see this looks like Super Piccolo right here. Then we have Golden Frieza, Kid Gohan, the other two Gohans from the Buu Saga, Full Power Master Roshi, regular Master Roshi, our two future Gohans, Base and Super Saiyan. We even got some Cyberman action going on right here. And then we get to Daddy-O himself, Ultra Instinct Goku, man. Oh, we got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Buu Saga too. Okay, Great Saiyaman. Yeah, I can definitely see. I really hope they put Videl as like Great Saiyaman 2. I hope they don't skip out on that alternate for her. We have Hercule. I wonder if we're gonna get different versions of Hercule because Hercule, he's aged quite a bit in the series. All right, and then we have some more fusions right here, being Gogeta, Super Gogeta, and Gogeta Blue. So Beerus, Nappa, Videl, Saiyaman 2, Hercule, of course, Gogeta, Goku. Then we have our two Vegetos. And now I think we're right here at Whis. Base Vegeta, I think this is Vegeta End, if I'm not mistaken. He does have his Buu Saga outfit on. Then we have Great Ape Nappa. I wonder how many Great Ape Saiyans they're going to put in this game. In Tenkaichi 3, wasn't every pure Saiyan, they had a Great Ape form, I'm pretty sure. And then Bardock had Great Ape and a Super Saiyan form, didn't he? If we get Super Saiyan Bardock in Sparking Zero, I don't even think I've heard anybody like, of course, we talked about Great Apes and stuff since the trailer yesterday, but what about the Super Saiyan transformations for the people that it just never happened for? I guess kind of like the what if aspect to the game, like Super Saiyan Bardock, Nappa, Raditz. I think those would be pretty sick additions to this game. Then we have the Majin Buu. I can't even call it trio because there's like 7 different types of Majin Buu, but we're probably only gonna have Kid Buu, Majin Buu, Super Buu with all of his forms, and then Evil Buu right here, the Gray Buu. That's kind of up in the air. I could see them putting him in the game, but if not, I don't think anybody would be too mad. Then we have the other forms of Vegeta right here, Majin Vegeta. We have the rest of our Gokus. So Rodrigo, he's on the same wavelength as me. He wants all of the pure Saiyans to have their Great Ape forms. I might actually main Super Saiyan Bardock if he's in this game. I love Bardock that much. So then we have the rest of the people from the Majin Buu Saga, the rest of the villains, that is. Super Buu's forms, and we have Babidi, Deborah. Spopovich and Yamu would be pretty interesting, and so would Pui as well, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for them. And now we can move over. I can actually zoom this out a little bit now. Now we can move over to the right side of the roster, and this is kind of where I feel like, yeah, this is where a lot of just the villains are, I guess. So we're gonna start from the top. We have all of the forms of Frieza. Black Frieza probably won't be in the game, guys. So if we move on at the top, we have the rest of the Frieza forms being Zarbon and Doria, and Zarbon's other form, Mecha Frieza, early Goku with his Kaioken right here. But then we have the rest of the Ginyu Force. We have Cell in all of his forms, of course, and the androids. Now, the thing about Cell, let me go down to the bottom right. Let me just do some scanning over this. After reading Rodrigo's tweet, I don't know why I was looking for Cell Max like he would be on the base roster. Cell Max is obviously going to be DLC, especially if, and we talked about this in my video a day or two ago, if they're going to like have the giants in this game be actual, like, it's going to feel like you're fighting a raid boss when somebody transforms into a grade ape or something. I can definitely see Cell Max being like later DLC. But moving on, we can see the rest of the androids as well as the Ginyu / Frieza Force. Even through Sorbet in here, that boy's gonna have a dead-eye shot. Now, if we kind of like scoot back into the middle of the roster, yeah, I did forget to mention all these variations of Gohan, and we also have Vegeta and Grade 8 Vegeta here. Gohan is actually the character that we have still yet to see in any Sparking Zero footage yet, so I'm hoping that whenever this third trailer drops, maybe it'll be all Gohan. That would be pretty cool. But keeping our little assembly line moving right here, we have all of our different variations of Cell, even the Cell Juniors here. We have every variation of Android / Cell Saga Vegeta, as well as Future Trunks. I'm gonna say this, and a lot of y'all probably will actually agree with me. I hear this opinion a lot, to be honest. Now, Future Trunks with the long hair after the hyperbolic time chamber training, that's my personal favorite version of Trunks. That's actually like one of my favorite Dragon Ball characters of all time. I do like Future Trunks when he first showed up, but there's just nothing that beats like the black tank top Trunks. That nigga was cold. Then we got Tagoma and the red nigga from the Resurrection F stuff. And then we have the rest of the OG Frieza Force with a Pool, Raspberry, Q, all those guys. So if we move on underneath them, we have Supreme Kai and Kibito Kai, and also Ultimate Gohan way far away from his other variations over here, which is kind of funny. So then we have androids 19 and 20, of course. And alongside that, I feel like this is probably where the end variation of a lot of characters comes in at, because we have End Vegeta right here along with Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, and Blue Evolution. I really thought that they were gonna have Blue Kaioken versus Blue Evolution at the end of the trailer. Oh my god, that would have been sick. And it would have been even crazier. I'm gonna say this again, I would die on this hill. That trailer would have been insane. It would have broke the internet if it cut to black at the end and then it came back and it was Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta fighting. The internet would have exploded. Bro, let me put together the trailers, man. I would have had the internet going crazy. But hopping back in, we cannot forget about Jocko and Yajirobe. And Goku right here with Super Saiyan God and Blue. So this, I'm assuming this Goku right here, this is like end, or not end, mid Goku, if I had to guess. I'm not sure though, to be honest. Therein will lie our issue with 27,000 Gokus in the game. So moving back to the roster, now we get into a lot of the Dragon Ball Super characters. Now I have to start back at the top of this little section right here because I want to get them all right. So I'm gonna kind of start back at the top of the Super section. We have every form of Frost here, which that would be kind of sick. If we're gonna have every form of Frieza, Frost can at least have his, what he had, what, like 3 forms? Frieza has like 6. Let's give Frost his 3. Then we have the Universe 6 Saiyans, Kale, Caulifla, and Kaba, all with their Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 forms for the ones that have it. Next, we have DBS Broly and Super Saiyan Broly from the DBS movie. And honestly, if we didn't already see him in the trailers, I would probably be on the side of Broly being DLC along with like DBS Gogeta and Gogeta Blue. But even though we haven't seen Gogeta yet, seeing Broly this early is a great sign. So hopefully that means that both of them will be in the base game. Then we got Kefla with all of her forms. We have Bergamo, so I would assume that the entire trio of Danger would be here. Hit is another character that I'm gonna be checking out frame 1. We have DBS Trunks in all of his forms, Jiren, Full Power Jiren, Top, and God of Destruction Top. And that is gonna do it for Rodrigo's entire roster prediction, guys. Now I'm gonna be honest, I like this. This is probably the roster that I've seen that I like the most for day 1. Of course, honestly, we're missing a lot of Dragon Ball characters too, now that I'm thinking about it. It's a solid day 1 roster. Now, obviously, Dragon Ball characters, I don't really want to buy those guys as DLC. Let's be completely honest. I'll buy GT and I'll buy movie characters as DLC. Not so much Dragon Ball, so they should probably be on the base roster. So let me get my first look reaction to this list. Initially, I think it looks great. This is a great list for a day 1 roster. I do wish that it had a little bit of GT representation. It doesn't have to have everybody, but Super Saiyan 4 Goku, actually, Goku, Pan, and Trunks are probably, they should probably be the base GT roster for the game. I agree with movies being left out for the most part. Those could be DLC. There's a lot of Dragon Ball characters missing, which is kind of odd, but this is like a roster prediction. There's only 164 slots. Remember that, guys. So trying to add every character from every corner of Dragon Ball is just not going to happen. We're going to have to pick and choose a little bit. But yeah, honestly, I like this list. I think it just needs Dragon Ball characters because I don't think those are the DLC characters we necessarily want to pay for. So they should more so focus on putting Dragon Ball Z, and a little bit of Dragon Ball Super on the base roster. And then everything else could kind of be like dealt out over time, I guess. But let me know what you guys thought down below in the comment section. This video was way longer than I meant it to be, but when it comes to like these roster prediction videos, I just have a lot to say. I'm excited for the game, so let me know down below in the comments if you agree with this roster. Maybe a handful of these characters could be swapped out for some Dragon Ball characters. I just don't see anybody wanting to pay like $7-8 for Dragon Ball Kid Goku and like Teen Bandit Yamcha. But anyways, be sure to go follow Rodrigo over on Twitter. Tell that fella you are a legend for pasting all these icons into all of these little hexagons. I couldn't do it. But anyways, that is gonna do it for yet another successful character roster prediction video for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Hopefully the next time we see a trailer, the third time will be the charm and we'll finally get that long awaited release date. Leave down below in the comments what your ideal roster would look like for day 1 of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.